Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's
Thriller.
supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Why is he so rude? That's a bit mean.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you?
Is that a British
The
person?
Tara-Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained,
I didn't
there's little to
expect
be
that.
objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person.
I wonder who that
I want
is.
to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting
Him
around
being
that.
British is throwing me off.
Okay, but
It's kind of great though.
Did one of them just mention Tara-Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma.
Yeah, and I hated it there.
Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here is just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Let's go listen in. Just be nosy.
Let's go find
Why
out
not?
what this Tara-Suna mystery is all about.
Is this gonna make me cry? Make me cry challenge.
right.
Okay,
I guess I'll
Imagine
go
Dex.
with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Hey, that's me. Kabukimono for real. Looking for me?
Oh, you're the traveller.
I am. Where are you from?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll leave.
No, of course I believe you.
Oh my god.
Actually,
That's a
I first
strong
heard about
accent.
Great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion.
It seems almost
Couldn't
fake.
believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started examining the evidence. Sorry.
It's alright.
For the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking.
Oh, that's me. That's me too.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tara-Suna?
No.
Actually,
I don't know
we
much.
don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see.
Sorry, I can't help this time.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge.
No, Joshy, you got this.
It's difficult to get
Don't worry.
into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tara-Suna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If
What?
you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tara-Suna.
Oh, please.
hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
No.
Well, fair point.
No.
In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background.
That flower's pretty.
This all started with the discovery of some records in Tara-Suna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows.
I don't think he killed Katsuragi though, no?
Maker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a Kabuki Mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger.
Not someone who dresses funny.
Or acts in an unusual way.
Scara, they're calling you
That's
fit
right.
ugly.
Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki Mono lived in Tara-Suna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned,
Same, Joshi.
things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow!
Oh.
Did I get lucky?
This VA is so good.
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems
Niwa.
like he went missing too.
Isn't he a Kaidahara? Niwa. Interesting. It's not that hard to figure out, Lumine.
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
I have actually,
Oh,
because I read lore.
yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Don't ask me to name them all though.
Wow, yes, you really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically,
Thank you,
this
Rogue.
Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
I wonder where he's from in
According
England.
to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabukimono was not a human,
Oh,
but a puppet.
I wonder who that could be.
A puppet?
I don't have a clue. Are you, Lumine? Really? Thank you. He was just chilling.
Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know
He had a
something
friend
after
and then he
all.
died. So he sounds southern, so not relatable.
No. Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events
Spooky.
are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Oh no. Never. He would never.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach.
I think
but
you should.
I think essays should be grounded in facts.
No.
I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure
Yeah.
you went from essay to guessay there.
I agree. It sounds more like a novel.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively.
Listen
I've
to
reached
him.
out to
Listen to the
everyone I
British
can
man.
think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever
Wait,
going
which
to
one?
get.
The British guy?
Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
The green hat guy. The mean guy. I'll leave you to it.
We have some
Write a
other
better
stuff to do,
article.
So we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
All right.
But he's
thank you.
mean.
If you
mean.
find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
His voice reminds me. It sounds familiar. Yeah, bye. We're gonna go find Moochie. I guess. Maybe.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
He has a bad forehead region. Yes.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
He has a 7
After all,
head.
we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super
Honestly,
confidential. isn't it?
realistically, I think we would have lost that fight if Nahida didn't
Aqua might
intervene,
just pick a different
though.
topic. There must be as
And Paimon, you
many
didn't do
different
anything.
topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
What? Oh. Oh, he's just out in the open. Okay. What's wrong?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by over there. It looked like
If Nahida didn't L plus ratio him,
deer.
give him sleeping meds. Very true,
He
yeah.
got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Maybe Nahida let him out for a walk. You know? Then she manipulated Dottore. She really did. She kind of girl bossed her way through. Behold. He looks so funny when he flies. I love him. Oh, darling. I have arrived. Not you, Nahida, but, you know. She said, let me call Miss Heavenly Principles on your arms. Why does Lumine run like that? Oh my god. That looked really fun.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
Hey, Queen.
Nahida, bad news.
What do you mean bad
She saw
news?
the balladeer
It's good
strolling
news.
around in public. Did he escape or... Ah, it's him!
Oh, his old fit.
Sure enough, you're here.
Hello.
What are you doing in the sanctuary of Suristana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must.
Isn't this where he was locked up?
Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
Uh-huh.
Deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
Paimon, please be quiet for once. I beg.
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Oh,
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
oh, he might have been. Oh, underneath the academia.
So
Okay.
if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Damn, I love him.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start.
Nahida.
Could I ask you all to please calm down?
Blame Paimon. She's being the worst out of us all.
It's not every day you see people questioning the god of wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen
I
it
mean,
all.
Dottore did it.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us!
Be quiet.
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information.
Very
I'll
valuable.
come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
Damn. Said he's weak
He's
now.
a former
Lol.
harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore?
Paimon, we knew this
I take
from
no
like
pleasure in saying
last
this, but it seems
last
as if
region.
The doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser.
Not a loser. So he tossed you out like trash.
Sometimes it's you using them,
Damn.
other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way.
Well,
Certainly all the stable ones are.
well.
That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the
I love that all
harbingers.
the harbingers just
So
don't
as
like
long
each
as you
other.
have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
That's kind of mean. That's kind of out of pocket.
Well, if the Fatui are going to reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings.
They're a real
You said
family.
you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
Thank you, Maiden. I'll check
I
it out
think these
later.
two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? and they're your friends. So I guess you'll be siding with them.
No, I'll side with you.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
I don't like you,
Let's
Paimon.
put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time.
I don't think it helps that I like villains and not
Where we go from here will
heroes.
depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
Alright, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you serious about this?
Damn, so you don't trust her, Paimon? Weird.
I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Can we sneak a peek?
Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that? Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point.
I don't know, I kind of would
It's possible
want Lumine to
that the
speak.
Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect.
That's kind of
The
cool.
amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you? He won't.
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into
Yeah, because
him!
you're annoying, Paimon.
understand.
Genuinely.
But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all.
Skirmish
Our
weapon.
minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Damn.
As
Very
Sumeru's
philosophical.
deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thanks, Nahida. You're the best Archon for real.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Nahida, we wouldn't have won that fight without you, though.
I'm still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help? I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Got it.
Great. Thank you.
No problem. Any
Prepare
excuse to be with Scara.
I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Okay.
Wow. It looks
Oh,
pretty
God.
different here compared to last time. The
No, it
colors
doesn't.
are gentler. Guess that must be
Does
because Sumeru's at peace now.
Yeah, that's me.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Nahida sent me to babysit.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
Paimon, you're so
I
annoying.
understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite
Thanks, Nahida.
clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through.
This is so pretty
I
though.
know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Why is it white and not green? I don't know actually. I guess because it's magical. Understood.
Fine.
I
Let's
know.
call a truce. But only until this mission's over.
Magical
Let's cut
tree.
each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all.
This is like the
For
frenemies
my
dynamic
with
I
Lesser
wanted.
Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty
My
eyes open.
pretty
and try
eyes.
not to fall
Damn,
behind.
Scara. Thanks.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going.
I'm gonna miss his old
Or
outfit
did
a
you need
little.
some time to mentally prepare yourselves.
I love the color palette.
Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
There's no need for the biting sarcasm.
We can start now.
Okay.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Ooh, cute.
Is this a small sapling?
I prefer his new one. I prefer his new one, but I love the color palette on this one. The most important location of all Sumeru, the location of Su. Agreed. Agreed.
Wow.
Whoa.
So this is the inside of Irminsul.
It's different than what I imagined.
Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this.
They're so pretty.
And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
I'm just
Why is
shook,
it that
man.
Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
It's the imaginary tree.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can
Okay.
you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes.
No.
Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
It's
Let's
actually.
go.
Oh, wait.
Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
You probably wouldn't come back.
What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost.
I'd kind of love
Anything's
that.
possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Deal. I'd do that anyway. Whoa. Can I not walk? This is so pretty.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Thank you, Scar. It does look like the imaginary tree. Where's it gone? Like quite a bit. Touch.
It looks the same in every direction.
But it seems the balladeer is more used to it than I am. Well, he was connected to it, no?
No
So,
wonder
of
he
course.
mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
I would. Did
There's a
they?
time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Did they just swap the tree's yellow color for the blue? Don't think so.
We're here.
What a huge
Who is Balladeer?
tree.
It's Scara.
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess
I
he
mean-
must want to stay alive.
I was gonna say, he kind of has to. He hasn't put up any resistance, seems to be good at working on the front line, something about Fatui. I mean, you don't really know,
The
well,
rest
we
is up to you.
don't really know much about
If you
him.
discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Sure.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Oh, why did I laugh?
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Is this a telepathic conversation? Yes.
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
Why would you do that?
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
I'm guessing you don't want us to disturb the Balladeer.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
I mean, but Paimon, you're annoying and Nahida's
As
not.
I've told you
So,
before,
you know.
there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
The betrayals and other events in Inazuma.
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into her pager at party's DI. We did? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a really sad cutscene.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
I think we guessed that.
Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro.
Thank you, Nahida.
Speaking of
This is why you're my favorite
we ran into
Archon.
two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
You tell Nahida about the story. Oh.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Kinda. Kinda?
Well,
Sort of?
they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Mm-hmm.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
I'm sorry?
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Because we're
Don't insult
uncharacteristically
me. You're
silent.
having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
Oh my god, I love him. We have every right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It
Wait,
wouldn't
what?
surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Earth.
But our brother's there.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought.
Right now, we have to keep the peace.
Damn.
I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is
That's fair.
something I can manage.
That's fair.
Huh? Wait.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
A anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
That voice caught me off guard. What is
There's
happening?
no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Oh, is that Niwa? I'm mocking him, but honestly I feel the same. Me too. Oh no. Oh?
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed,
Who am I?
everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming
He's so
place,
hot.
like a giant
Jossie,
village.
stop.
People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated.
I'm loving the turtleneck
As
though.
I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood,
Not
dreams.
this man.
Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma
Niwa's
and
so
happening to make
cute.
Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique.
Kalpus is hot, I
Even
agree.
now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants,
Quite literally.
working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
Me too, Joshi.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
Plant
My
guy?
good sir.
You mean Sue,
What
my
do you
boyfriend?
mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate.
Yes,
I
my
didn't
boyfriend
want to
Sue.
believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke?
Hi, Mochida.
Mounting production problems?
That is,
Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate.
Anyway.
And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun.
wait,
This is our last hope.
Scar went
But that doesn't faze you,
to
does it, Asher?
Narukami for Raiden?
Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I don't trust him.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
I don't trust you. I love Niwa though, he's cute.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well
I don't trust
advised.
anyone with a really nice voice.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine.
Oh,
Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
What? Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher.
Yeah,
I'm
Escher.
here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you?
Oh.
What are you still doing here?
Uh-oh.
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
I wouldn't either.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
I
A
knew it.
moment like
I knew it.
this, where you finish
You
talking
little
and I stop
shit.
you from entering the furnace.
You...
No, my god. Niwa.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguise myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days.
Wait, what?
To my
Wait, who is
surprise,
this?
You had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able
Dottore,
to see through my plan?
you... Oh my god.
If you kill me,
You...
there's no one who can get inside
You-
the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
You...
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet.
Oh
You're
my
a human.
god.
You're just missing a heart.
Dottore, we're gonna have issues.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment.
Dottore, I love you, but
If
what
you
is your
must know,
problem?
I'm happy to divulge
What
my
is your
true
problem?
identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Since when can
Just
Dottore
to create
shapeshift?
a
Also.
minor inconvenience for your nation.
Damn, he's that petty?
That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise.
Yeah, he has different forms, but I didn't know he could
My device functions
shapeshift.
precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a
It's kinda OP.
catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
Thank you.
Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
Thanks for the subtitles, I really appreciate it.
If
Oh
you
my
give
god.
my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as
Oh no, my
one of us.
god.
He has nothing to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
Oh, rip Niwa.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target.
Dotori's really
You're
evil
simply
then.
lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead.
Oh my
What
god.
a pity.
What the shit? That was a cool transition.
Just there, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
See, Joshi, at the end of the quest, I might be with you. It depends. That's kind of awful. My liking has already gone down slightly.
Dottore.
Oh god.
Dottore!
What? What is going on? Yeah, my like of Dottore is wavering.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
He definitely did.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
Probably because he's the one who touched Omen's all, no?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he
Oh.
eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it?
What do you mean?
But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
The betrayal was a lie that he had believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the doctor's experiment? Yes, definitely. Where does this leave him?
Give him some space.
Just wait. Oh
He
god.
looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
You need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Almost like
Nobody
another
has ever
betrayal.
deceived you
Yeah.
like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began.
So basically, it's all Dottore's
It was all
fault.
a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject.
That's so messed
After
up.
the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused
Oh
by
my
the smelting
god.
process.
What?
The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me."
That's so messed
The
up.
mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for. He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent
Oh, that's so
servants.
sad.
The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth.
I feel
He
awful.
thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
It's probably not even the worst thing Dottoro's done, let's be honest. Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to get great resentment. So behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Goku then, but it doesn't mean the vengeance was the right decision. Lumine.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new
I
path
get
forward.
vengeance isn't the best way, but what else would you do? I would be so pissed.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
He did. Dottore definitely my least favourite character. What about Baiju? Am I safe to go over there? Oh. Because I know you don't like Baiju either.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright?
Probably not, Paimon. Let's be honest.
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We are friends. We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan. You could be nice.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the
At least
deal.
for now.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
But I agree, always
But
trust Sue. Sue is the only
there's
doctor.
no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even
Well,
if you
yeah, well,
can't
yeah.
find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Kinda. Not unexpected, but still thank you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Well, I did.
You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
How do you know anything?
About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
Yes.
Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
Wait, what? The heavens responded?
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria
What?
and lived with your brother for a time.
Hold on. Excuse me? What? Why?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
No, I knew
Count
Piero was
towards my
Conrian,
mission?
but I
It
didn't know he
wasn't from
knew the
Irminsul,
sibling.
But was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me.
Oh
So
no.
in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Oh, what do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
Oh, okay, we holding hands now. Okay, sure. What is
Can
happening?
you hear my voice inside your head?
Thankfully, yes. Are you trying to brainwash me? I don't think he could do that.
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Oh, Lumine is shook. Lumine's shook. Why would you ask that? I think it's obvious what he's gonna do.
Done.
Huh? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
It was our romantic moment. You can't be involved.
I was just thanking her for helping me.
Yeah, not you, Paimon. Wait, that look, did he see me hesitate? But that was because I know about Great Lord Rukkhadevata. I think by not denying it immediately, I gave him something.
I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
We have to stop him.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
He's so dumb. Why does he always think about
From this day forth,
death?
the names Balladeer and Kabuki-mono will cease to exist.
He's big
Those
silly.
who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
But you can't just delete the past.
Balladeer, don't do anything stupid.
He's already done that.
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are.
What does that got to
But
do
if
with
a
anything?
colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone,
Oh,
I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right.
but you can't delete the
It's time to
past. Like,
solve
you can't
this
reset it.
once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
He's definitely not here, Paimon.
Oh no.
Damn, Paimon flies fast.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can now.
Nahida!
Good night, Joshi.
Traveler,
Thanks for coming by.
Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
But he's gone, though. He didn't do anything, really. He's just left.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
I mean, it wasn't our fault.
Ruby, it's not your
Yeah.
fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
I have no words. Why did he do that? It's obvious. You can't change the past. Scaramucci.
And we're at, an
Oh no, is this a Sub-Zero's festival all over again?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
No, I want to help.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with.
Damn, okay.
Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Okay.
Her voice has gone.
Uh-huh.
Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Because it was our moment. Paimon doesn't remember Great Lord Rukkhadevata, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. She stresses me out, so I'll skip the part about Rukkhadevata for now and focus on Scaramucci. You tell Paimon what the Balladeer asked you.
He wants to change the past?
It is impossible.
Surely that's impossible.
It's not easy.
Right. You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life.
Mm-hmm. pretty sure this is sarcasm, so great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history. He definitely does. Are you okay?
Sorry, Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Not necessarily, but maybe?
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Kinda? If the Balladeer does erase himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma will be affected. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with connection to the Raiden Gokuden. Oh, those are name drops.
Hey,
Yeah, kinda, Maiden.
what we should do next?
I have no idea.
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Me neither.
So, how about we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety.
That's kind of relatable, actually.
Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake. And Dragon chili chicken. Almond tofu. Satisfying salad. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation. Golden shrimp balls. Triple layered consomme. Lotus seed and burning
Yeah,
soup.
Paimon, I get it. I get it. Chill. Why am I Paimon? Paimon, what's wrong? Oh.
What do we... What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You were getting so worried about the situation with the Balladeer that you started listing foods?
The Balladeer? Is that a food
Oh
too?
my god.
Huh. Weird name, though.
No way. Stop. Stop that.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
Facepalm? If this is really happening, I need to know what else changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma?
Huh?
That's a
Paimon,
twist.
Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Let's get over there first. Damn, that's a twist.
We made it to Amanoma Smithy.
We did.
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me, I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Of course.
So polite.
Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gokuden.
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju.
I always forget
The
about
art of
Senju.
forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft. until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the
King.
mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
I was.
Oh, yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. They learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
Mm-hmm. What was the reason behind their decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokunen, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful
Oh,
bladesmith.
I see.
Vengeful? Why?
Probably because his friend Kit, like, died.
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly
Wait, what?
stabilized.
That is not what happened.
Neither of them made it out.
That is not what
The
happened.
smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful
Old man.
at the world.
Here's an old man.
In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent-up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back, fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day.
That isn't true though, is it? Because didn't Scara just like stop when he knew that person knew Niwa? Looks like the battle did something so, but still, Niwa still no.
Is there anything else you
Not
wanted to
Niwa.
ask?
Wendy for the win. I wish he didn't kill her. It kind of did feel like a wasted character to kill Wendy. I agree. Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact.
Oh,
We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
That's cute. So he still exists and he seemed the same casual. I know things don't seem as bad as I feared last night. That's all. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Aminoma
Don't
Togo.
tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon.
Mm-hmm.
On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
Thank you, Paimon. Scara is hella weird. See, Scara is just traumatized.
We're here.
Are we gonna see Ayato? Oh my god.
The Yashiro Commission's
Oh god, no, I'm
headquarters,
not ready.
So...
Stop.
Traveler, it's been a while.
Hello, Hirotatsu.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato,
No,
I'm afraid
no,
timing is unfortunate.
no.
They're not here right now.
Where are they?
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the
No,
Commissioner's place.
I wanted to see
If it's
Ayato.
urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think?
We don't have time to
Shall we
wait.
go in?
Oh wait, okay. We shall take you up on that offer. Maybe we do have time to wait. Can we take a walk in the courtyard?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it.
Because I am the
But
mighty
seeing as
traveler.
you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks.
Thank you. At least they used her boss battle in the new event. Very true. At least she had some recognition.
Is there something you want to say?
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about
Are
you.
you the one who gave me chores in Toma's hangout?
No.
How are the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf.
I do not remember her voice being like
As
this.
for the Commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although, he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
That's
So
nice.
pretty much business as usual in the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Ayato is still the Yashiro Commissioner. Ayaka is still Lady of the House. No changes. Okay, cool. Thank God. And so I can see nothing changed in the Yashiro Commission either. Great. I was expecting as much, but it's still a big relief to know that the Kamisato siblings are both safe.
Got any more questions?
That's all for now. Many thanks.
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time
I
for
am.
that. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you.
Why does Furata sound like she's gonna cry?
Many things
Are you okay?
in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
I'm flattered.
I mean it. Whenever the Commissioner dines at home, Toma
Of course he
always
does.
joins him.
Of course.
I always find myself at my most relaxed when I'm serving the two of them and listening to them chat away. The Commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have the chance to take his meals at home. But given the opportunity, he always prefers to dine here. They say it's because Toma is a much better chef than most. Oh, the Commissioner is so fond of home comforts.
Or maybe he just likes
They
having
get
Toma
to
around, you
talking
know?
about you sometimes too, you know. Always with a very fond tone. The way one would talk about dear old friends around whom one can truly be themselves. Miss Kamisato occasionally joins them as well. Whenever the whole family gets together and they start talking about people they've met.
This is very
and
sweet, but can you
experiences
talk a bit
they've
faster,
had,
Furuta?
you
Furuta?
always get a mention.
Uh-huh.
It's been many years now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away. Much has happened in the Kamisato clan in that time.
Uh-huh.
As someone who is old and gray enough to have watched their son and daughter grow up, it makes me so happy to see them meet a dependable friend whose company they enjoy so much.
Yeah.
So, in the future, if you ever do have the time, please know you are always very welcome at the Yashiro Commission headquarters. There will always be at least one old lady who would be delighted to have the pleasure of your company.
Thank you, I will visit again.
Wonderful.
No, I won't.
Thank you.
Paimon likes it here too. Also, you were saying something about the food here being really great.
Paimon, please don't get her talking again.
Try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime. Paimon meant we should come pay a visit again real soon. Ideally around dinner time.
Of course. You're always welcome.
Uh-huh.
Alright, goodbye for now. We're,
Tatara Suna. Oh my god.
going next? Great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right then. Take care now. Hope to see you soon.
No offense, I kind of don't want to see you soon.
Are you two leaving already?
Yes.
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, here we are. But what are we looking for? Something or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the traveler in Paimon?
Hi, Xavier.
Javier? What are you doing here?
What?
I was in the general
Isn't
area,
that Xavier?
and now I'm in this specific area.
Oh,
there,
okay.
that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Do you know much about Tatara Suna?
Certainly do.
Khan isn't dead? Oh, damn.
If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you understand the history of this area?
Like the back of my hand.
Haha.
Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before.
I know this VA
Not
too.
only that, but I've
I
met
feel
people
like.
in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
Okay. Go on, I'm listening.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time ago. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation, goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace, leading to all ensuing chaos. Of course he did.
Javier something about Tatarasuna?
I can't get over how his...
Ask already.
Weird.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were
Gotcha,
here for
maiden.
a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
Yeah, I know. I
Hmm?
feel like I have to
What
remember
brought this
everything.
on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Pretty much. So can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Have you ever heard of Kabuki Mono?
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually.
Fun.
But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
Says, no more Kabuki did the Balladeer really manage to erase himself from history completely? It seems like it, and that's kind of sad. He must have wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was, but so far it looks like the majority of changes have only affected himself. Thank you. I'm gonna call him Xavier, because Xavier sounds... Actually, it sounds kind of more fancy.
Of course! Don't mention it.
No prob.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
He's so, like, positive. Kind of love him.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for.
Time to go back and see a lesser look Kusanali.
Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you.
I am troubled.
Smile, Spino Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
Wait, what is a Spino Crocodile? Thank you, Paimon.
Hey, don't mention it.
What is a Spino Crocodile?
Let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Okay. Gunga Z space is technically the original universe, so I guess it's how it's supposed to be. Oh, that's really sad. Poor Otto. Damn. I can't wait for the Honkai story to come out, like the next part. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. Oh. Oh no, not these two again.
Hey, it's them.
No. Not the British man.
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Are you still talking about the essay?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
No. No, please.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Oh wait, would their story change because Kabuki Mono doesn't
Still
exist?
looking for more info about Tatara Suna, huh? Should we join them?
Do I not need to talk to Kusanali? These two have researched Tarasuna's past, let's see what they have to say. Well, that would be changed, no?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
Can I read it again?
Huh? Oh, of course.
Everyone was born blind, becoming a Hershey. Oh, that's kind of nice, though. Balder said he's erased 2 of his names. If he really succeeded at it, it must have taken all of his might, but still.
Well, what do you think?
A masterpiece.
Hey, Trav. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
Sure.
What did you find out? Something big?
Mm-hmm.
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Oh, thank God. We don't have to, like, listen to it all again.
So many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
Mm-hmm.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with
I
my
just want to
novel.
know why he's British. Like, the only British NPC, right?
they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
We've got some things to take care of. Bye for now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
You're welcome. See ya.
Bye.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Sure.
Will do.
Okay. Okay. The Kabuki Mono's finale? Stop. No. Is he gonna be in here, like, change clothes? Because he didn't get a magic girl transformation, like a Barbie transformation. That'd be kind of sad. Oh, Nahida. I have arrived.
Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you
Oh
been?
no, is this starting like...
Where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the situation with the Balladeer. Would she know?
The Balladeer?
Uh-huh. No.
Sounds like some
Shit.
kind of code name.
Oh no. Yeah, well, you should have expected this, Lumine.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Even Nahida doesn't remember, just like last time, any change to Irminsul affect her as well. Although they acted quick, he finished erasing himself before Nida could stop him. I'm the only one who still remembers the things that were erased. Once again, I'm the record keeper. A lot of secrets on my back.
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. Oh, I have to tell you the truth. Is this smart? There was once no... Oh, okay, he's only... Okay, they're only telling about Scara. I was going to say about Rukkhadevata, that would be kind of bad. With no trust for humans, only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years as he grew in strength and turned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with a gnosis and ended up losing. He entered Irminsul and learnt the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing how his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story.
It is a good story.
So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
But how was he even able to do that?
As the traveler
Talent.
said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we
Well,
defeated
that's because he deleted himself from Irminsul.
It does make sense. If someone were to successfully
Thank you, Nahida,
erase
for believing
themselves
me.
from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because... Well, because he literally changed the world?
Yes.
Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it.
Scara.
Traveler comes from a world beyond Javat. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you.
Rukahu.
It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember.
A gremlin, but a lovable gremlin. We were enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything or save someone, or did he want to completely undo his existence? All of the above. Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him answer. I hesitate because I witnessed Great Lord Rukkhadevata erase her own existence, but I can't tell Nahida that. So to put it another way, I know why the Balladeer was so sure it would work, but I can't tell them.
Anything else worrying you?
There's so much we can't say to Nahida.
Share?
I just feel empty.
It
That's
couldn't
kind of
change
sad.
the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yeah.
Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed
But where
after
is
all,
he?
it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try.
That's very true. I'm
So
glad
I
Nahida
accept
understands.
every part of it.
Best Archon.
The Balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for
It
his
did, and I'm
fans.
very sad about
I
it.
just feel so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
He changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. That's really sad. No. What exactly did he want to fight back against the betrayers in his life, or did he wish he never existed at all? Both of them are very sad.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something.
Thank you, Maiden. Thank you for the drink.
Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us.
Why did we not know about this?
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Is this like his memories or something? The information printed is very well. The resemblance of a fairy tale?
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
This matches everything I said.
I authored this record myself.
Huh? Huh?
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way
Oh
that
my
means
god.
it was left intact.
Nahida best
Changing the
Archon.
information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything.
Damn, Nahida, like, giga brain.
Resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us. The now erased life of the balladeer.
Damn, oh my god.
There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of
I
their
did not
own.
expect this, but this is so
Once in a
cute.
while, the
Oh my
monster would
god.
take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they
No.
are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its
A male
tail
Kiana?
was
That's
too
so cool,
slender,
Maiden.
and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur.
But have a good sleep. Thank you for coming
Yet
along.
when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us.
That's so cute.
Furious
But
at
so
this happy
sad.
resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire,
Oh my god.
and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water.
It took a turn.
Clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten. telling him,
Stop.
"The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed.
Stop! Oh my god, that's
Take this. Quench the flames
so
and
sad.
die for your fox kin.
Scara Cat is real,
The
Scara
fire
Meow.
was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after.
No.
After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good.
Is that like meant to be the child in his story?
Never again would it cherish a single
Yep,
creature
okay.
or a single blade
It
of
was.
grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content.
I love the way of telling
I become
this.
the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
It's very Disney villain, isn't it, in this style? It's kind of amazing.
We solved it!
We solved the
I
riddle.
remember now. This is not just the balladeer story.
Oh,
It is his very own memories.
no.
I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened.
Where is he, though?
I'm a god.
Is my
He was
question.
experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with.
I hate the
Creating a
sages.
deity was
Burn the
just the
sages.
first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
I see.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
Oh, yeah, because he deleted himself.
The balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you.
Yeah, because he was nice. Deep down, he's a nice guy.
He confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world.
That's still shocking to me.
How the change to Ermin Soul will
I still don't
affect the
get
senior
that.
race of the Fatui,
So many theories.
in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own
I mean, that's
harbinger.
kind of for the best, because they probably would have hunted him down. So, I never had this feeling before. It feels like life is insignificant as a feather.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around.
He wouldn't like you either, Paimon, to be honest.
Still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot.
Yeah, I would say so.
Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
We might want to find Scara, though.
Why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head?
No.
You got it. Come on, traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk.
No, I think I'll feel better after finding where Scara is. Question mark.
That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
If you're there,
Must
Paimon.
be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
If you're there, Paimon, my mood will not be good. I'm not gonna lie with you. Where are we going? Grand Bazaar. Where? I'm just trying to figure out where he went, though. I wonder. Maybe he's just... I wonder. Haha. Maybe he is literally just running around. I guess he could now, though, because no one remembers him, so... They won't be like, oh my god, it's a Harbinger, or like, oh my god, it's the God Man. I guess they wouldn't have seen him in that mecha thing anyway. Get off the wall.
We're here! What should we eat first?
I'm deep in thought, Paimon. I have a nagging feeling there's something I'm missing, something important that I'm forgetting. I don't know.
Are you gonna answer or what?
Paimon, I'm thinking. Sorry, just give me a minute. I'm still processing.
Alright, whatever you want.
Oh god, are we like...
Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out.
Oh, I thought
And
we
then
were
get something to eat.
leaving Paimon for a minute. And I was like, that'll be a first. It's copy in there somewhere. Something about Ermisol and deleting oneself. Great Lord Rukadavada, Forbidden Knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
No. Oh, that was it. Great Lord Rukadavada said that no one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. They can just change it, right? They can't... Yeah. They can just change themselves. There'll be no point. Very true.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
It's important. No, I can't tell Paimon she doesn't know about Great Lord Rukadavada. Just make up an excuse. This is crucially important detail. It's simply not possible for the Bardier to completely erase his own existence, in which case the question is what happened to him. He's probably just walking around, let's be honest.
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
He didn't have a magic girl transformation. I'm so mad. Why is he being nice? I don't like it. Shook me in his back.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Oh?
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you?
Aww.
Or has the big city got too many distractions?
Hey.
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss.
Boss? What?
I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Lumine in the background.
Who's that guy? You know him or
That's him.
He's who?
Yeah, that's him. The man
You're
in
a
question.
smart one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't
First of all, you don't even have a name.
What I pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
This is so strange.
I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
I mean, kinda.
That's right, I am.
I was gonna say.
We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetius, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
It's so weird hearing him be, like, polite. Let's follow him.
Okay, stay out of sight.
Oh,
Don't
not,
let him see
no,
you.
not one of these. I'm so bad at these. Oh, okay, thank God. I'm happy it's not a stealth thing.
Quit following me.
Stop saying quit following you. I am you.
Too slow. The wind rises.
He's so fun.
Following me.
He's so handy for exploration. Oh. Hey.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetius? Isn't that a bit too cruel?
Shush.
Oh, alright.
Yeah,
This
Paimon.
should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
I'd never believe it. I still don't believe it. It's kind of weird.
You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
No. We are standing right near him, though.
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
You're right, we were following you.
Have we met before?
Those are some big Sunsetias.
No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yes to both questions.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes.
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it. You're a puppet.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Just, you're a puppet.
Huh?
You were right. The look on his face.
We shook
I guess
him.
you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people.
Uh-huh. See? Loser.
Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's somewhere I want to take you.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Fine. Sure, be polite for once.
Are you
Fine.
really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Probably.
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Deal.
Then let's return to the city.
Let's go. Return to the grocery store. Okay, can I just teleport? It's so weird hearing being nice. Like, polite. So odd. As much as it's really cute, him being kind and, like, polite, I'm kind of happy they kept him.
Quit following me.
His, like, bratty personality.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and
This
they
is
need
my
to borrow me.
boyfriend. I need to take him somewhere.
Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway.
I was gonna say, he doesn't ask for
Go
pay
live
in your
if you
sight.
want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
Oh, okay. Kinda nice.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, Taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
I mean, he's a
But I
puppet,
don't...
so so he kind of lives for a long time.
No, you're right.
He's so cute. I thought this
And I
whole video
suppose
is gonna
this
be
where we
me
say
loving
goodbye.
him.
Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you.
This is so odd. Stop being nice.
Alright, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
Where did he get his new clothes? That's my question. I'm just gonna take your stuff while I'm here. Thank you. We go.
Too slow.
Isn't Hida just gonna straight give him his memories?
Following me.
I feel like that would be too simple. Too easy, I feel like.
Swollen fury.
Hello. We found him.
What's wrong?
We found him.
Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
Stop it. Stop.
This guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
It's so weird seeing Scarra and Lumine stand so close to each other and not say anything mean to each other.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots.
I mean, yeah, makes
But
sense.
these two claim that they know me,
I do.
and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
Kinda, yeah.
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
A gremlin. But I love gremlin, Scarra.
Oh, okay. I see.
No, tell him.
You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
We're just trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Is this what he was like before joining the Fatui? Because he's so precious.
You did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
And he tells the Wanderer about his past.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
Poor Scarra.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, A chain of cause and effect. A cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
No, he was amazing. He was my little gremlin.
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
We were enemies.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met.
Paimon, do you want him to try and kill us or something?
So much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself.
Oh.
I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
I'm so happy he wanted to see them, though.
This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Sure.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Stop being nice.
Thank you.
Please.
Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Are we actually going through, like, all his memories? Hi.
No matter what lies ahead, I'll face it. Whatever it takes. I'm just sorry that you have to join me for the whole thing.
Don't be sorry. Oh, into the we're going in here. That's so cool. Is it a domain? Of course it is. Is that Shake Pavilion? Oh no. Ignore my level like 70 Farazan. She's not finished yet.
This looks like Inazuma.
It's Shake Pavilion, no?
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Okay.
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
That's true, actually, because he doesn't have vision right now.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
Yes, you do, King. Be quiet.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
And now we're just finishing the job.
All right. Thanks.
No problem.
This is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
It's where he got abandoned, yes.
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This
Oh.
place is huge.
Be
I can't believe the
quiet.
landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's
Is
no
this where
way.
he finds him?
Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
Thanks, Paimon, so helpful.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Because people are evil, Scarrow.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
That's fine with me.
Oh, he sounds so innocent.
Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Unnecessary.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
I hear voices.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's
Not the kid. Stop
I was
that.
abandoned, like you. I
Stop
lived here for
that.
a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick.
Are you sick too by any chance? Damn.
He kept coughing all the time, just like me.
Oh.
And Mom started coughing too.
Oh.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Rip child.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something!
Damn. That's some good voice acting. Oh my god.
You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others.
Oh my god, not Raiden. I saw that Raiden flash in there.
The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
This is really sad. We move though. That actually scared me. Oh, is there no memory here? I keep thinking there's a no enemies because of the open space. Oh, we go.
You do realize
Oh
you're
my god.
blocking my path.
Is this
I'm not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are
Be quiet.
truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not
take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast.
Oh my god, I'm shocked. They put Piero in here this early. I didn't think we'd get any mention of him for so long. I think this might take a while.
That's far enough. Cry louder.
I'm shocked.
Know my sword, body and mind. Let me read your verse.
Can you stop? Thank you.
Off we go.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while, I feel like. Not good. You a bastard.
Don't underestimate me.
Agreed, don't underestimate Farazan.
Behold, that's far enough.
Scarab. You get knocked down by literally everything. Are you okay? But this is why people said he needs to be used with a shield character. I ignore them because I don't listen.
Everybody stand back.
Unsightly insects. Swarm fury.
He does a lot more damage than this, I promise you. Can you not? Would love that. He didn't do that.
Dare to mess with me? Off we go. Let's light it up. I'm going in.
Beach. Oh, there's more of you. Okay, fun. Why are you on the floor? Ah, there's his damage. Thank you, Scara. Love you. Oh. Ah, yes, the Delusion Factory.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once
We
encountered
did,
the
and he
here.
made us pass out.
Creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
I remember this, it was an unsettling place. Maybe because he made us pass out.
Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all
Oh
for
my
me?
god.
Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
Yeah, well, Signora, who's dead? And
What a sharp
who's
tongue
not?
you have.
So,
Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
but you died.
I'm sure you think
so.
so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible. And don't let your emotions get in the way.
You should have listened, girly.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I wouldn't say that.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Cal never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I love
I'm merely
him.
lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't really
Look
care.
at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above
I mean, he's above
everyone
half of the
else.
Harbingers,
Bye
so...
then. See you at the victory feast.
No, we won't, girly. I'm sorry.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is?
Dead.
Forget it.
That's what she is.
Someone might find
Ashes.
me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
So she literally just left when we met him here? That's a cool callback.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Oh.
Why are you staring at me in silence?
Oh, Signora's still here. Okay.
Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you.
I miss every single shot.
I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Not him calling her witch.
Muddle-headed puppet.
Get her, king.
You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans.
That's very true, and that's really sad, actually.
You're about as much fun to be around as
Jeez,
a raging
powers on.
inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
I love how they genuinely just both hate each other. I think that's so funny. No escape. Okay. I am leaving soon. Can you come over here, please? Please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, that's so sad how he only got so high up because he could take the most, like, pain. That's so sad. Oh.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
The jump skip.
Is that?
Probably Dottore.
Considering that Immorta's sage
ew.
Nefis refused to join this project,
Not the
I'll take
sages.
part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome.
Oh, this man.
I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is
Ew, not a
lengthy
czar.
process.
Get him
As
away.
such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
Yeah, you think he's the doctor, he's behind all of this.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
Continue exploring.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
I was gonna say, not me.
If you accept
I'm not.
that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations?
Aww.
If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
So the simple answer
I've
is
seen enough of
they're
my
the same.
past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear.
Okay.
No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
They should have given Scarra black nail polish. Just saying. Are you
Can
saying...
you return my memories to me?
Oh,
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
it's kind of true.
Your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Oh, I'm so happy he's willing to accept his mistakes. That was my worry that they wouldn't do that. I'm kind of really happy they made him atone for his past mistakes. Okay. As a person sins an inescapable part of their destiny.
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse
He looks so
upon
cute in
myself.
this shot.
So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well.
No.
Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Nahida, best Archon. I've said it like 5 times. Cutscene? Oh my god.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Damn. You didn't have to do it so brutal.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, Niwa.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
Not you. I don't trust you.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright?
I was literally about to say, where's Shoki no Kami? Does that mean there's nothing inside that now, though? Pop off, Lumine. You got this. Maybe? Paimon, shut up!
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why
Oh.
this won't be the end.
Oh. I love him. Oh? Oh my god! I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I can't yell, my parents are asleep, but I'm freaking out.
Die.
Okay. He's back. Cool. Wait, why do I have a trial? I don't want a trial. Yeah, he's back. He's definitely back. But I don't have any stuns or anything.
At my command,
You shall fall.
You dare to gaze upon me?
Thank you, Scara.
Too slow.
Am I gonna have to kill like the form with legs too? Oh no.
My endless cycle begins.
Oh god, I'm losing a lot of health.
Quit following me.
Quit following me.
Swarm fury. Insignificant pest.
I don't even know if I was meant to heal then, because I feel like you're meant to... Maybe not actually.
Know your place.
Okay. Haha, loser. Wait, who's in there though? Anyone?
Imbecile. Get out of my sight.
Okay. He's officially back.
It disappeared. Did we win?
I think so.
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too.
Mm-hmm.
What have you got to be
That's very
smug
true. She actually does have a point.
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Now you've recovered your memories, the past will catch up with you.
You sound like you're concerned about me.
The hand on the hip sends me. I am concerned.
But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Okay. Do I not get a chest? Rude.
Welcome back, traveler. Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
You won't go by the Balladeer anymore?
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to it.
That's extremely valid.
I'm planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the 6th is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Let's call it a tactical retreat.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to
It never
accomplish.
goes well. I'll say that.
What you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this
That
is
was a
just
cool
it.
transition.
Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence,
So was that.
the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world.
I was gonna
worth
say probably
regretting.
not.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very true.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Nahida doesn't see you in that way.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered.
Thank you,
including
Nahida.
the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happens before and after that?
Yes, please do, because I desperately want to know. I feel like I'm going crazy. Thank you.
I will try.
Traveler.
Yes.
After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
Because I wanted to know what you changed.
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how.
Because I'm nosy.
Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
I didn't do all this for a reward.
Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
I'll hold you to that.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You're just bearing your feelings. The past
He's
is
just
set in
sensitive.
stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
I hope you can give Nahida a chance.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
He's just like, no, and then leaves.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Aww. My little Scaramucci.
You've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you, too.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
I'm sure the feeling's mutual.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
Okay, I understand.
First gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
You want us to decide?
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Have you got anything?
Oh. There's a limit of number of times you can rename the... Oh, God. Okay. Can I just do Scarrow?
Are you sure?
Oh, I can. Yeah.
Oh, alright. If you say so.
Thank you, Scarrow. King.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
The way he wants Paimon to give him a nickname. That's so cute.
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
What do you plan to do next?
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer
Oh my god.
will have to pay the price.
The Scarab.
You mean the Fatui?
Wouldn't this just go back on yourself?
At least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall.
That's really nice, though,
Even
that
though
he
the
wants to
events
tell
have been
them.
erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire.
He's so dramatic.
Maybe that's how it always should have been. What's that look for? Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come.
No, do not even, do
We're
not
done here.
say that.
Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
And you too.
He's gone.
Thanks, Scara.
What he went through today
Indirectly
would
call me
have been
dumb.
like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
There were some bumps along the way, but it's all over now.
So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
Be quiet.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
Is that the end? No, please.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life
Oh my
is
God.
a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
Same. Me too. Me too, Scara. Oh. Oh wait, this isn't the end? I thought this was the end. Oh. All in all though, I loved the quest a lot. Apart from those two NPCs, they talk too much. Also, on a really random note, these wings suit him very well. Yeah, I thought that quest was great. I saw some people say that they didn't like it that much, and I'm kind of confused. I think it was done extremely well. I feel like Sumeru as a whole was my favorite arc, like a region arc. It's so good.
It's about time we had a break.
After Inazuma, I was concerned, because I was not a fan.
As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
Rest up, Paimon.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase.
What about it?
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
But you done it. Yeah. Why does she not remember that? because that had nothing to do with... Yeah.
You sound lost and confused.
Oh my god. Who's that?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
The shit?
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate, like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
What?
The voices disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that
I would have said it was the Hydra Archon, but they wouldn't know about any of this. Oh! What if it's Istaroth?
That face is still lying there broken on the ground.
Oh!
Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up?
Oh my god, I hope it's Istaroth.
Leaving it there.
That would be so amazing. Oh my god! Don't end it. You bitch.